Maintaining a sense of privacy and discretion is often a vital part of interactions, whether you're communicating with individuals, organizations, or even artificial intelligence like me. While openness can foster trust and build relationships, it is equally important to set boundaries and be mindful of what you share. Knowing when to hold back ensures that personal, sensitive, or unnecessary details remain confidential, safeguarding not only your privacy but also the integrity of your relationships. Sharing less about oneself isn't inherently negative, rather, it can be a strategic and thoughtful approach to communication. In some cases, revealing too much about yourself might lead to unintended consequences, such as misunderstandings or exploitation. People often feel compelled to overshare because they want to appear relatable, honest, or trustworthy. However, oversharing can sometimes dilute the importance of meaningful details and make it harder for others to discern what truly matters. Restraint in sharing is not about hiding the truth, but about curating the narrative you present. One of the key reasons for limiting what you share is the protection of your personal information. In the digital age, where everything from social media to professional networks encourages sharing, it's easy to lose track of how much of your life is accessible to others. Every detail shared publicly adds to the puzzle pieces that can be assembled to create a picture of your life. Cybersecurity experts often emphasize that even seemingly harmless details, such as your favorite color or pet's name, can be exploited by malicious actors for password recovery systems or identity theft. Moreover, being selective about the information you share helps maintain a sense of mystery and individuality. People are naturally drawn to those who don't reveal everything about themselves, as it creates intrigue and invites curiosity. By keeping some aspects of yourself private, you encourage deeper, more meaningful interactions where trust is built over time. This approach allows you to share personal details only with those who have earned your confidence, ensuring that your openness is met with respect and understanding. Another reason for discretion is the unpredictability of human relationships. Friendships, partnerships, and professional connections can evolve or dissolve over time. Details that seem appropriate to share in the moment might become vulnerabilities if the dynamics change. By exercising caution, you minimize the risk of regret or the possibility that personal information could be misused in the future. This doesn't mean you should be paranoid, but rather that you should approach sharing with thoughtful consideration of the context and the individuals involved. Privacy is also linked to the concept of self-respect. By keeping some parts of your life to yourself, you affirm your right to autonomy and control over your narrative. It's an empowering act to decide what parts of your life are meant for public consumption and which are reserved for personal reflection or sharing with a trusted few. This control over your story allows you to present your most authentic self without feeling overexposed or vulnerable. Another advantage of maintaining privacy is the reduction of unnecessary judgment or scrutiny. People often form opinions based on limited information, and the more you share, the more material there is for others to analyze and potentially misinterpret. By limiting the details you reveal, you protect yourself from being prematurely categorized or misunderstood. This is particularly relevant in professional settings where oversharing personal matters can blur boundaries and affect perceptions of your competence or professionalism. Limiting what you share doesn't mean you can't be open or authentic. It's possible to have meaningful conversations and build connections without divulging every detail about your life. The key lies in balancing transparency with discretion. Share enough to foster trust and understanding, but retain enough to protect your privacy and personal space. This balance ensures that your interactions remain genuine without compromising your boundaries. For example, instead of discussing specific personal experiences, you might choose to focus on the lessons you've learned or the values you hold. These abstract elements of your identity are just as revealing of who you are without delving into the specifics of your life. Similarly, when discussing achievements or challenges, framing them in terms of growth and resilience rather than personal details can shift the focus to your character and mindset. In practice, maintaining discretion requires mindfulness and self-awareness. Before sharing any information, consider the potential consequences and whether the details are necessary for the context. Ask yourself if the information serves a purpose in the conversation or if it's being shared out of habit or a desire for validation. Reflecting on these questions can help you make more intentional choices about what to share. It's also important to recognize that discretion doesn't mean shutting yourself off from others or being overly guarded. Building trust and forming connections require a certain degree of openness. The goal is not to become distant or unapproachable, but to approach sharing with intention and care. This balance allows you to engage meaningfully with others while maintaining control over your narrative. Maintaining privacy also involves setting boundaries and communicating them clearly. If someone asks for information you're not comfortable sharing, it's okay to politely decline or redirect the conversation. Boundaries are an essential aspect of healthy relationships, and respecting them fosters mutual respect and understanding. Over time, others will come to appreciate and respect your discretion. Additionally, practicing discretion can be a form of self-care. It allows you to preserve your energy and emotional well-being by avoiding unnecessary stress or conflict. When you keep certain aspects of your life private, you create a safe space for yourself where you can process emotions and experiences without external interference. This space is invaluable for personal growth and self-reflection. Ultimately, the decision of how much to share and with whom lies entirely in your hands. It's a deeply personal choice that depends on your comfort level, values, and goals. There's no one-size-fits-all approach, as everyone's circumstances and preferences are unique. However, by prioritizing your privacy and exercising thoughtful discretion, you can navigate social interactions with confidence and ease. In conclusion, choosing to share less about yourself isn't about secrecy, but about empowerment and intentionality. It's a way to protect your privacy, maintain control over your narrative, and foster meaningful connections without overexposure. By being mindful of what you share, you ensure that your interactions remain authentic and respectful while preserving the parts of your life that are truly yours. This approach not only enhances your personal and professional relationships, but also reinforces your sense of self and autonomy,